then you have to be pickier and micromanage your dog, and your dog has to offer more. I want my start line to just be a no-brainer, so that's why I like between my legs, because I can just go, okay, if I want you to go in that tunnel, I want you exactly on this angle, and all my dog has to do is go in between my legs. I don't say sit, I don't say stay. Going between my legs is implied that they offer the sit, they offer the stay. So my dogs go between my legs, and then I just walk away. They know that middle means go into middle, sit, stay, wait for your release cue. Now, how do I build that? In the beginning, they don't know this, so I go middle, sit, good sit, be the sit, stay, and then I'll move my legs away from them, give them a cookie, walk away. I always walk away.
You don't look at your dog?
I don't look at my dog, and this is, you guys can do whatever you want. It just has to be consistent. So I walk away, I don't even look at my dog. I go, I take a deep breath, I shrug my shoulders. Every single time, I might do this, put my arm out, I'll get my balance. And my dogs know when my arm goes out, I'm about to release them. So I get my balance first, my arm goes out. I'm probably dancing on the ball of my heel. Then I look back, free, and then I take off. Sometimes I'll take off in motion with my experienced dogs. But every single start line I do starts with coming up to the obstacle, figuring out where I want my dog to go, and then I go like this. And my experienced dogs are really annoying. They'll be trying to get in the middle before my legs are even spread apart. So they're like spreading my legs for me. It's really annoying, but that tells me they know without a doubt that's what their job is. That's why I don't even say middle. In the beginning, I said middle all the time, but now that they're experienced, they just know. And I'm trying to get the angle. My dog is like spreading my legs for me. It's really funny, it's annoying, but whatever. Then I just walk away. Deep breath, I bounce a bit, I roll my shoulders, I look around, I make sure I know the course. Okay, I'm about ready. Free! Then we go.
So what happens if he does not stay?
My dogs have never ever broken their start line, because by the time they see a start line in any situation, it's already trained.
So if you're practicing and you're learning the behavior.
When you're practicing and you're learning, you break down all the individual components. So how I start this, so if you want to adopt this routine with the middle, I love the middle. How I start it is first I teach them the middle position. So I just like to teach it by tossing a cookie forward, just to get my dog out of my way. Tossing a cookie forward, they're gonna eat the cookie. Then as they turn towards me, I'm gonna get their attention, lure them around, meet them with another cookie, lure them into a sit, feed them a bunch of cookies. And then I'm gonna release free, gonna release that cookie forward. So I'm going to say free, and then I'm gonna throw the cookie. Both words are separate. The motion is tossing the cookie at this point, separate from the word free. My dog's gonna eat the cookie, then I'm gonna do the same thing. Bunch of cookies, free, eat the cookie, do the same thing. So every step of learning the start line, I never give them the opportunity to fail because I break it down, right? If my dog doesn't know a start line and I want to run a sequence, I'll send them to a wrapped obstacle first. I'll send them to a backside first. I will drag a table or a cot or any visible boundary out there so my dog knows they're not allowed to leave it. I will drag my creek there if my dog knows creek games very well, right? It's about building the layers and never asking your dog for anything more than they're ready for and having alternative ways to do the other stuff. Because once you allow failure into your start line routine, you're fighting it forever. So then once my dog is in this pattern and they're starting to do this, then the next step I'll do is I'll feed a bunch and I'll lift my leg up. Feed a bunch, toss the cookie. So I'll proof my motion. Then I'll do it again and I'll just lift this leg up. And the next time I might move my leg like this a little bit as they're in the middle, right? Preparing them for me to get out of the way and walk away. Then the next step I might do is, okay, my dog ate a bunch of cookies in the middle. Then I'm gonna, now all of a sudden he's on this side. A couple cookies, and then I'm gonna go right back in the middle, release. So every step of the learning is broken down, reinforced, and then brought together. That's really how you get a dog not to fail, is by breaking down behavior and knowing that it might be a while before you ask your dog for a sit stay, but saying that, all my dogs have perfect stays by the time they're 8 months old. So if you're working through the stuff, and you're playing your crate games, and you're playing your stay games and all that stuff, your dogs will be fine. But just being smart. It's like last week, I held all your dogs so they wouldn't have to go through the start line bullshit. God, I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. So they don't have to go through the start line stuff, okay? So I will be very cognizant in this class about where you are with your stay. And when I say, hey, why don't I just hold your dog? If I ever say that to you, it's because I don't want your dog to experience failure, especially when we start sequencing. Because it is a lot of fun to sequence, and baby dogs are gonna go, wow, sequencing! Right? So we're gonna do a lot of holding. And we're going to do practice your wraps that we started 2 weeks ago, and the video's there. Because next week, we're gonna do some wrap starts. Send to a wrap, and then you get ahead, right? So that's how I approach start line training. I'm very considerate and careful about it because I know what happens when you have a bad start line. Because it's not about, start lines are not about a stay, it's about the mindset your dog is in. That's really what a start line is. It's about mindset. And your dog, once your dog's start lines, if they suck, you're going to be forever fixing them because it's not a stay problem, it's a mindset problem, it's an environment problem. It becomes ring-wise. You know, the dogs that'll stay perfectly everywhere but at a trial? Because it's a mindset thing, right? You have to then do a whole new routine if you want to fix it. Start lines are funny.